Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An individual instance of a type of symbol. The word error contains 3 tokens of R. Something of sentimental value. Insignificantly small. A matter of form only. Tokenish is informal. A token gesture of resistance. A metal or plastic disc that can be redeemed or used in designated slot machines. Something serving as a sign of something else. An individual instance of a type of symbol. A distinct part that can be specified separately in a group of things that could be enumerated on a list. He noticed an item in the New York Times. A small part that can be considered separately from the whole. An isolated fact that is considered separately from the whole. A whole individual unit, especially when included in a list or collection. They reduced the price on many items. Something of sentimental value. Something of sentimental value. An antiquity that has survived from the distant past. Something of sentimental value. A reminder of past events. Existing in name only. The nominal, or titular, head of his party. A phrase that can function as the subject or object of a verb. Insignificantly small. A matter of form only. Tokenish is informal. The fee was nominal. Named. Bearing the name of a specific person. Of, relating to, are characteristic of an amount that is not adjusted for inflation. The nominal GDP. Pertaining to a noun or to a word group that functions as a noun. Nominal phrase. Relating to or constituting or bearing or giving a name. The Russian system of nominal brevity. Insignificantly small. A matter of form only. Tokenish is informal. A tokenish gesture. The smallest possible quantity. The least possible. Minimum wage. The point on a curve where the tangent changes from negative on the left to positive on the right. The least possible. Needed to enforce minimal standards. Something visible that by association or convention represents something else that is invisible. The eagle is a symbol of the United States. An arbitrary sign, written or printed, that has acquired a conventional significance. A tangible and visible entity. An entity that can cast a shadow. The goal intended to be attained, and which is believed to be attainable. The sole object of her trip was to see her children. A tangible and visible entity. An entity that can cast a shadow. It was full of rackets, balls and other objects. Be averse to or express disapproval of. My wife objects to modern furniture. Computing. A discrete item that provides a description of virtually anything known to a computer. In object-oriented programming, objects include data and define its status, its methods of operation and how it interacts with other objects. Express or raise an objection or protest or criticism or express dissent. She never objected to the amount of work her boss charged her with. Grammar. A constituent that is acted upon. The object of the verb. The focus of cognitions or feelings. Objects of thought. Sound recording consisting of a disc with a continuous groove, used to reproduce music by rotating while a phonograph needle tracks in the groove. A flat circular plate. Computer science. A memory device consisting of a flat disk covered with a magnetic coating on which information is stored. Something with a round shape resembling a flat circular plate. Draw a harrow over land. Sound recording consisting of a disc with a continuous groove, used to reproduce music by rotating while a phonograph needle tracks in the groove. A flat circular plate. Computer science. A memory device consisting of a flat disk covered with a magnetic coating on which information is stored. Something with a round shape resembling a flat circular plate. The moon's disk hung in a cloudless sky. Celebrate by some ceremony or observation. The citizens mark the anniversary of the revolution with a march and a parade. Insert punctuation marks into. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Assign a grade or rank to, according to one's evaluation. Mark homework. Remove from a list. A symbol of disgrace or infamy. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain. A visible indication made on a surface. Some previous reader had covered the pages with dozens of marks. A person who is gullible and easy to take advantage of. A number or letter indicating quality, especially of a student's performance. She made good marks in algebra. A perceptible indication of something not immediately apparent, as a visible clue that something has happened. Something that exactly succeeds in achieving its goal. Hit the mark. An indication of damage. Formerly the basic unit of money in Germany. A distinguishing symbol. The owner's mark was on all the sheep. Apostle and companion of St. Peter, assumed to be the author of the second gospel. To accuse or condemn or openly or formally or brand as disgraceful. A marking that consists of lines that cross each other. Make small marks into the surface of. A reference point to shoot at. His arrow hit the mark. The shortest of the four Gospels in the New Testament. Put a check mark on or near or next to. Mark off the units. Be a distinctive feature, attribute, or trait, sometimes in a very positive sense. Attach a tag or label to. Notice or perceive. Mark my words. Mark with a scar. Make underscoring marks. A written or printed symbol, as for punctuation. His answer was just a punctuation mark. Designate as if by a mark. This sign marks the border. Make or leave a mark on. The scouts marked the trail. The impression created by doing something unusual or extraordinary that people notice and remember. It was in London that he made his mark. Structure displaying a board on which advertisements can be posted. The highway was lined with signboards. A perceptible indication of something not immediately apparent, as a visible clue that something has happened. He showed signs of strain. Mark with one's signature. Write one's name, on. She signed the letter and sent it off. Make the sign of the cross over someone in order to call on God for protection. Consecrate. Any nonverbal action or gesture that encodes a message. Signals from the boat suddenly stopped. Engage by written agreement. They signed 2 new pitchers for the next season. Used of the language of the deaf. An event that is experienced as indicating important things to come. It was a sign from God. Approve and express assent, responsibility, or obligation. Have you signed your contract yet? Communicate silently and non-verbally by signals or signs. He signed his disapproval with a dismissive hand gesture. Astrology, one of 12 equal areas into which the zodiac is divided. Having an indicated pole, as the distinction between positive and negative electric charges. Charges of opposite sign. A character indicating a relation between quantities. Don't forget the minus sign. A fundamental linguistic unit linking a signifier to that which is signified. The bond between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary. A gesture that is part of a sign language. A public display of a message. He posted signs in all the shop windows. Be engaged by a written agreement. He signed to play the casino on December 18th. Communicate in sign language. I don't know how to sign, so I could not communicate with my deaf cousin. Medicine. Any objective evidence of the presence of a disorder or disease. There were no signs of asphyxiation. Place signs, as along a road. Sign an intersection. A small adhesive token stuck on a letter or package to indicate that postal fees have been paid. A token resembling a stamp given by a retailer to a buyer. The token is redeemable for articles on a special list. Walk heavily. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. Machine consisting of a heavy bar that moves vertically for pounding or crushing ores. Raise in a relief. Treat or classify according to a mental stereotype. A small adhesive token stuck on a letter or package to indicate that postal fees have been paid. A symbol that is the result of printing or engraving. He put his stamp on the envelope. A small piece of adhesive paper that is put on an object to show that a government tax has been paid. A device incised to make an impression, used to secure a closing or to authenticate documents. The distinctive form in which a thing is made. A block or die used to imprint a mark or design. Affix a stamp to. Are the letters properly stamped? A type or class. More men of his stamp are needed. Crush or grind with a heavy instrument. Stamp fruit, extract the juice. Destroy or extinguish as if by stamping with the foot. Stamp out tyranny. Form or cut out with a mold, form, or die. Stamp needles. Reveal clearly as having a certain character. His playing stamps him as a romantic. To mark, or produce an imprint in or on something. A man whose name is permanently stamped on our maps. A small adhesive token stuck on a letter or package to indicate that postal fees have been paid. The charge for mailing something. Souvenir consisting of a small gift given to a guest at a party. Souvenir consisting of a small gift given to a guest at a party. An act of gracious kindness. Treat gently or carefully. A feeling of favorable regard. An inclination to approve. Bestow a privilege upon. An advantage to the benefit of someone or something. Promote over another. Consider as the favorite. Souvenir consisting of a small gift given to a guest at a party. An act of gracious kindness. Treat gently or carefully. A feeling of favorable regard. An inclination to approve. That style is in favor this season. Bestow a privilege upon. An advantage to the benefit of someone or something. The outcome was in his favor. Promote over another. He favors his second daughter. Consider as the favorite. The local team was favored. Souvenir consisting of a small gift given to a guest at a party. Keepsake given as a token of love. A token that is used to pay for entry to the subway system.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.